Are we rolling this for you? What's up, guys? It's your boy McKinley Crain here, and today I'm going to be doing my spoiler-free movie review of the movie that I went to go see earlier today, which was the most recent Ryan Reynolds film, which is Free Guy. Now let's get into it. Now, this movie was supposed to come out like a year ago, honestly. Like over a year ago. I remember seeing a trailer for it back in late 2019 and just being like, oh, that looks cool. That looks awesome. And I actually wanted to go see it back then. But then it got delayed and delayed and delayed and got delayed again because of the pandemic. And now it finally came out, and I went to go see it this morning. And I was planning on seeing it already. Like, going to go see it already. I've been planning this. I've been planning this for like a month now. Like, I was just like, yeah, I'm actually going to get up and go to the theater to go see this movie, not just like, watch a digital copy. So I went to the theater and I saw it, and I actually still have the ticket from it. Sorry about that. My brother just walked in and didn't know I was filming a YouTube video, so yeah, back to the video. Anyway, yeah, by the way, I actually went and saw the brother who just walked in with me. Like, I actually went and saw the movie with him. I don't actually know if he's going to be doing a review on his channel. Are you? He shrugged his shoulders. But I know for a fact I'm doing a review because I'm doing it right now. Anyway, so this movie stars Ryan Reynolds as Guy. And Guy is just an average Joe at the beginning of the film who just does the same thing every day. He works at the bank. He has a best friend. All of this is even described in the trailer. But the thing about this guy is he has hopes and dreams. He hopes to one day buy a pair of shoes, a pair of expensive shoes. He hopes to one day get himself a girlfriend. And then one day, he sees this girl, and he's just like, she's the one. I'm gonna go talk to her. And this girl is named Millie. I can't remember what her actual gamer tag was or whatever, but she's named Millie. And basically, he meets her, right? And basically, she ends up breaking to him that the world he is living in is not reality. It is a video game. It is a GTA style RPG. No, not an RPG. What word am I looking for?
Sandbox.
Okay, thanks, Sutton. Sandbox. By the way, I'm gonna link. I'm gonna provide a link to my brother's channel and to my younger brother's channel in the link below if you want to check out his videos. He doesn't really upload as much as me, like nowhere near as much as me. But he has some videos that I really like, and some I think are cringe, but he's still working on his channel, so go subscribe after you subscribe to me if you already haven't. Please go subscribe to him. Anyway, back to the review. So basically, he finds out that his world is just a video game. But before that, he starts making the most of his life anyway and saying, "Hey, why do I have to do the same thing every day over and over again? Why?" And he starts making some changes to his life. that I won't get into because this is a spoiler-free review. And basically, Millie breaks it to him that his whole world is just a video game. I know I already said that, but I feel like I have to say that again just because. And then, basically, he has to decide whether or not everything is his world matters anymore. And there's actually some like deep psychological themes in this movie of, you know, like how to live your life and what life really is, and, you know, what things seem real and what moments are real. And it's all very touching, and it's all very smart and cleverly written. And basically, later he learns that this evil CEO who's like running his game is going to basically shut down his game and kill everybody who's in the game. And, you know, that's his world, so he doesn't want that. So he has to team up with Millie to stop that from happening. And there's also like this whole side plot with like Millie, with her trying to like expose this certain like head of the game because like he like stole her code or something. Stole her and Keith's code. Keith is a character played by like Joe Carey or Joe Perry. This Steve from Stranger Things. That's what I know him as, and he's actually very fantastic in this movie and very funny. And this movie was actually absolutely perfect. It was perfect. While I was watching this movie, I was just like, I didn't expect it to be perfect. I expected it to be great. But when I was watching it, I was just like, oh my gosh, this might actually be flawless. And after I was done watching the movie, I was just like, this is either a 99 or 100 movie. I'm just like, was what I just watched absolutely flawless? Like, was it absolutely perfect? Because I think it might have been. And then I just accepted, yes, it was absolutely perfect. It was fun. It was funny. It made me laugh a couple of times. I loved its witty humor, like, especially from Ryan Reynolds as a guy. Like, he's hilarious. I loved all the little pop culture references, and yes, they're actually most of them are actually relevant to the story. It's not just like, you know, like the annoying kind of pop culture references where you can just that feel forced in like a bad way, of course. It's like the good kind of pop culture references that make you smile and are done in a very witty way, in a very clever kind of way. And I think that the humor in this movie is just awesome and fantastic and very awesome. And this is technically it's either a comedy action or an action comedy. I still haven't really like figured out what genre this movie is. I gotta say that this is more like a comedy action, because, you know, the action kind of like is more relevant to the plot. And the action is fantastic. I was very impressed with the fight scenes in this movie. Very impressed with the fight scenes. They were all well shot. I was very impressed with the CGI, not only with the cinematography, but with the CGI in this movie. I was like, whoa, that looks really good. This is just a very, very, very fun movie. If you love fun movies, you'll probably love this movie. If you love great movies in general, you'll probably love this movie. And Taika Waititi is great as the villain, by the way. He gives a very over-the-top and funny performance. And everybody in this movie gives a very great performance. Even a lot of the minor characters, like, I was very impressed with. Like with who am I thinking? Like with Guy's best friend. He was very funny, and he was a very awesome awesome character that you really liked. And there's also a Channing Tatum cameo in this movie. Like, it's not like at first when I saw him, I was just like, is that Ryan Reynolds? That looks like does Ryan Reynolds play two characters in the movie? And then when the character took off his glasses, I was like, oh, that's Channing Tatum. Yeah. Anyway, this movie, there are no issues. Oh, and there's some YouTuber cameos in there too. I'm only going to tell you one YouTuber cameo because this YouTuber like disclosed when the first trailer dropped for this movie, like that they were going to be in the movie. Jacksepticeye is in this movie. He's one of the YouTubers in this movie, and he doesn't play like a huge role, but like, you know, it was very fun to see such a great YouTuber in this movie, and it made me smile. And I hope to own this movie on DVD when it comes out and rewatch it and give it multiple rewatches. Like I plan to like rewatch this movie a lot when I get the DVD or the Blu-ray or the 4K or whatever. I'm gonna get one of those things or multiple. Anyway, I loved this movie. It was such a fantastic time, and it was very touching and kind of heartwarming at certain times, especially towards the end. And the ending was very satisfying, by the way. They kind of justified the ending like in like such a satisfying way that just made you go, yeah, this feels right. And this movie like takes a whole bunch of you can say like unoriginal ideas, like, you know, like there's like a little bit of the Lego Movie in this movie and the Matrix with like a stash of Deadpool, and a little bit of the Truman Show in there, which are all like unoriginal concepts, but they took those things, they took those concepts, they like mixed them up, and they made them into an original movie. In a good way, of course. Anyway, I'm going to give this movie a 100% out of 100%, which is the equivalent of an A+. It's one of the best movies I've seen all year. And like, subscribe, join the notification squad. I will return.